So we're going to do double duty because I think giving Brett any credit probably destroyed my position. But I would have to admit, Brett raised a legit issue, but he's being very cynical and being a grifter. So you got to be careful when you raise a serious issue. And we'll get to mocking Brett, but I want to just give a shout out to Casper after the bars. He did a very interesting video on a very weird Twitter, TikTok, Instagram controversy. And I want to do more here because it's a little complicated. Basically, what happened is this woman, Hendrix, and this is off camera, we want to be fair. Apparently, she thought her young white child, I have to use race because she does, was being attacked or something was happening with a black kid. The black kid is autistic. So she got really angry and cursed out the kid using the N word. But she was caught on camera, and the guy said, "Oh, hey, why'd you say that? Oh, I double dare you to say it again." And she did. She went right to the camera and several times said the N word in a loud, angry voice.
So how many people
It is non-business.
have seen this video?
Okay, why don't you have the boss to say it right now again? All right, that's what you say.
If you haven't seen this, you're living under a rock, surely.
Nobody
This
thinks
went
your shit.
crazy viral.
That little kid, you call him a little child?
Let's take a look at.
You chase him here?
That's one.
So that gives you.
And I've seen various versions of this video. That is what happened. It is pretty shocking. So Casper's reacting to Hendrix being very successful at raising tons of money. And he did an earlier commentary on Carmelo. And it is a very alarming, again, it's not exact. I mean, technically, he's not breaking any laws. Let's be careful. So Carmelo is accused of a stabbing. And it just seems what it is. A young black kid attacked a young white kid. It happens. It's not necessarily racial, but Carmelo and his supporters are making it a racial issue and raising tons of money. And Hendrix is also doing very well with the money. She raised an insane amount, saying, "Oh, my family's in danger. I was protecting myself from this weirdo in the park filming me and the small autistic child," and turning herself into this Jesus Christ figure. And it is pretty hilarious. And I think Casper did a solid commentary, but I don't know if it's going to go as I don't think it's going to go as dangerous or far as he thinks it does.
Serves as a potent reminder of the volatile intersection between race, virality, crowdfunding, and social media tribalism in modern America. Here's just a few responses, guys, I found on the as response into the Shiloh Hendrix situation. Check this.
So a white woman defends her child from being bullied in a park, is recorded by a man who was arrested for what? And y'all are outraged at the mom for using a word? A word. Y'all are doxing and threatening a woman because she used a word to the point where she needs to ask for help to relocate her family? And this is the world we live in? A mom defending?
Well, I agree with him that the Carmelo issue has made things way more intense. But I don't think it's just Carmelo. It is all these things together. Trump, Israel, people are just much more sensitive about their racial identity, their religious identity. All these things are polarizing people. They're much more super sensitive about who they are, where they are. Did you offend me? Can I make money from this? Can I do a false accusation? Can I do a true accusation? And there's this big online portal where you can now go there and say, "You have to help me. The wokos are trying to destroy me." Or the opposite side, it's the anti-wokos. Guys, oh my God, Nazis are everywhere. They're trying to destroy me. They're trying to destroy DOA, Aaron Smith Levin. It's becoming a free-for-all. What is it going to become this serious race war? And again, I'm not throwing shade at Casper, but I've studied this a lot. No, there have been several books predicting race war. It hasn't happened. Now, I'm not saying that's a good or bad thing. I'm just saying analytically, this prediction has happened a lot, and you just got to look at the demographics. We just have too many different minorities, so I just don't think that's going to happen. Whites are still technically the majority, but this is also a reason that people are getting hyper paranoid. They're no longer the dominant majority, right? There just are too many other racial minorities, whether Asians or Hispanics or blacks, and people identify differently. They don't always identify as black or Hispanic or whatever. We just have too many different groups. I just don't think we're ever going to have a cohesive white versus black race war. I don't think. I mean, Charles Manson thought that was going to happen. So I think the race war is a fantasy. However, do I think there will be many more racial conflicts? Yes. And let's get into Brett, who is grifting off this racial conflict. And to be fair, what he said was true. It is very alarming. I'm only going to give the basics because this woman is a mess. This is insane. I don't know if she's racist for sure, but this is an alarming pattern with her. So Brett is under fire for his grifting and, frankly, horrific past, which he keeps lying about, and minimizing his addiction issues while selling some snake oil as a recovery expert. Be that as it may, he raised a definitely interesting issue. Now, let's be very clear what he's trying to do. He's trying to say, guys, the media's lying to you. The police are lying to you. You can't trust the official narrative. I agree with you, Brett. The official narrative is often wrong. Now, why is he saying this? Because we have official paperwork that he victimized a young teenage girl at 15. He even bragged about it. He got caught because he bragged to the victim. Yeah, I did that. What are you going to do about it? And that's why he got put away in jail. So there's official paperwork. Hey, but now, guys, the cops can mess up. Guys, official paperwork, it could be wrong. Yes, the official record could be wrong. And this one is a massive miscarriage. I'm just going to give the basics. It's horrifying. It's just unbelievable. So there was this Indian guy, Patel, in Georgia. He went to a local Walmart looking for Tylenol for his mother. So he encountered a white woman, right, who had her small child. She was in one of those scooter things, which if like you're overweight or disabled, you use. She's not that guy. So she's misusing the scooter thing. Okay, whatever, whatever. He asked, hey, can you help me with the Tylenol? Where is it? And she's like, oh, okay, it's over here. And apparently her child was about to fall. So the guy grabbed the kid, gave the kid back to the white woman and said, oh, here you go. And went on his way, got the Tylenol, left Walmart, not with the kid. This woman, hours later, says, oh, he kidnapped my child. We went into a tug of war. Nothing like that happened. He spent over 40 days in jail. 40 plus days in jail before his lawyer was able to get the videotape from Walmart showing, without any doubt, there was no kidnapping. The child was not in danger. Technically, he did something heroic. He saved the kid. The kid could have died or gotten seriously injured. And she just made up the story. Guys, I'm such a victim. I don't understand why he touched my child. Well, I don't understand why you're using something for disabled people. Oh, by the way, smooth brain Brett here doesn't do real research. She's done other things. Now, Brett alluded to this, so I'll give him points there. Yeah, she has a record of lying. So with this one, she's a complete liar. Why? I don't know, but she also did a very suspicious lawsuit against Lyft. And to be fair, maybe there's something here, but dozens of women were complaining that they were being, well, touched while being handled by Lyft drivers. Now, what does that mean? Was it, you know, unwanted touching? Was it legit? Like, oh, you're asleep, I need to wake you up. What happened? We don't know. The case is still unresolved. So she has a record of doing this, saying, oh, God, I'm a victim, Anakin. Oh, God. Like, we literally have a tape showing you're a complete liar. And now she's backtracking, saying, well, I guess it was a misunderstanding. How did this happen? How do you have a man in jail for 40 days? You don't double check a story. No apology. The prosecutor, the DA, they're just like, well, you know, she charged you. And guys, this is a real thing. They will lock you up because they think, well, we believe the police. Judges will do that, say, well, you know, we don't want to question the police. The prosecutor wouldn't be this stupid. They were. They were. They just locked this guy up for days, and they still defended the decision, saying, I don't know, Judge, maybe we should handle this later. And the judge did the right thing, saying, no, 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 this tape clearly absolves him. He's on a bond. He gets to leave. So I understand what Brett is up to. I understand what he's trying to do. He's trying to cast a lot of doubt. Guys, Weinstein, all these victims are liars. Correct. There are a lot of victims who do lie or exaggerate or just make stuff up. They make stuff up, and the cops and the DAs want money. So they're like, oh, we have to believe this poor white woman. And now in a time of racial tension, which is here, and these things do happen. These things do happen. There are dark-skinned Indians who do victimize. It does happen, guys. This is real. White women, it does happen. So they're using this general atmosphere of fear and say, "Oh, put that man in jail. I need a lawsuit. I want money." And the cops will do it. They will arrest and lock you up. And you're like, was there any evidence? No, well, she said it. Yeah, but is it true? Oh, well, I mean, we'll double check later. Oh, yeah, a month later. Only because his lawyer had to pull this from Walmart. He could have been in jail for months. So, okay, but I know what Brett is doing. Yes, there are horrific cases where it does happen, guys. People are locked up in the system. They're totally innocent. But the guy does have a criminal record. Apparently did some fraud. So he's not totally innocent, but he never did anything like kidnapping children. He's apparently an engineer. Why? For money? I'm like, oh, he's trying to bring. No, he just went there for Tylenol. He didn't leave with the kid. What is going on here? They're still charging him with assault and battery. Assault and battery for touching a child, saving him from possibly falling to his death. So Brett is right. Something has gone seriously wrong. But I know what he's up to. Saying, hey, all these official records, do you really believe this stuff, guys? It's just a bunch of rumors, really. Can you really trust the cops? I agree, but we don't trust the cops. We don't trust the cops all the time. However, it's not just one court record. It's multiple records. It's multiple video files. It's multiple audio. I've heard these files. They've been repeated numerous times. He's never denied the authenticity. He has bragged that he and his brother committed a crime so bad he would have gotten 40 years. This guy's a bank robber, a predator, a con artist. He committed a crime he didn't go to jail for that is so bad he would get 40 years. He's not a victim. He's not a victim. But now, luckily, people stayed calm. They protested. They got the word out about Patel in his tragic case. No race riot. So I think, thankfully, Casper's wrong, but I think he is correct. We're in tough times are coming. We're gonna have a lot more incidents like this where things are just gonna get racialized very quickly. They're gonna say, "Oh, well, what's the victim? Oh, it's a white woman. Oh, we gotta believe her." Why? Why would you? Why? Because she's white? That why? Oh, she's a woman. You know, women. We gotta trust. That's just crazy talk. Just because a white woman or anyone says, "Oh, my child is in danger," doesn't make it necessarily true. It's just becoming very popular. Oh, my child is in danger. Oh, crying. I'm going to make easy money now. So Brett is right. Just because women yell, "Oh, I'm a victim," we got to be very careful. We got to be very careful. And now with this very racialized atmosphere, we got to be double careful. Whether a black woman, Hispanic woman, white woman, whatever woman says something, we got to be like, whoa, 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 wait, let's be calm. Let's double check a few things. Let's assess the. But no, it's like, guys, it's clearly a kidnapping. He touched my kid. Well, I need more information. Adult men can touch children in many ways. What, as a doctor, as a professional, emergency case? What are we talking about here? That's not sufficient. You got to give me more than, I was at Walmart, you touched my kid. Okay, it's kidnapping. Huh? Huh? But so, yeah, but Brett is being cynical because, yes, yeah, we are going down a path. We got to be very careful because official documents can be changed. They can be perverted. They can be distorted. So, yeah, we can have a lot of suspicion and cynicism. Clearly, the police can lie to you. Witnesses will lie to you. Even judges will lie. So it's a very iffy system we have. However, Brett has lied to us. That's a fact. So the liar complaining about liars it's being a little silly. I know what he's up to, saying, "Well, could you really believe this record?" Yeah, I'm willing to double, triple check things. I am. But just because this cop or these judges or these prosecutors clearly something went radically wrong, just because they're a bunch of liars and grifters, doesn't make you an innocent angel. Two things can be true. Yes, Brett is pointing to a real problem. He's still a monster, but it is a real problem. It's probably going to get worse. I think Casper's thankfully wrong. I don't think we're going to get race war with a capital W, but we're going to get some tough times ahead with some pretty crazy incidents. And you may be a victim too. I may be a victim of this. It is probably going to happen. It's just getting really brutal and really crazy out there. So you got to stay safe and double, triple check things.